The current time is 5:46 Australian Eastern Standard Time. The price of Bitcoin is $9,444. The main reason for pushing further from our previous high this year is due to the introduction of the Facebook coin. Even though it is not in full usage yet, the hype around the coin has caused Bitcoin to move up further, higher than expected. In this video, I will be showing you how to buy Bitcoin and other similar currencies which may have the same functions as Bitcoin, if not more. And I will also be giving my opinion, which is not financial advice, on when I plan to buy Bitcoin again. Now, I do admit that I completely missed the all-time low, which happened, as we can see, on the 15th of December last year. Now, the volume has not been quite as substantial from the selling point of view compared to November and December. It is a clear indication due to this trend that we are definitely in a bull trend. Whether we are in a bull market right now is still unconfirmed. You may ask, what would it take for me to say that we are in a confirmed bull market? And I would personally say that if the price were to pull back to the $8,500 or even the $7,000 area, possibly lower, and then rebounded with strong volume, then it would be definitely reasonable for us to say that we are in a confirmed bull market. Now, personally, I am looking for a small to decent pullback because I want to buy this bull trend. However, I definitely believe that I am buying near the top. And I do not like buying near the top. Instead, I like to sell around the top. And yes, I have sold various positions of different coins around this time. Now, I don't think that we have enough volume and enough confidence in the market to push through $10,000 before seeing a pullback. I repeat, I don't think we have enough confidence in the market despite of Facebook's new coin to push further than $10,000. I still believe that we need to see a small pullback followed by strong conviction to the upside with decent to big volume for us to break 10,000. Now, I do not think that it is possible we are ever going to see $1,000 again. I cannot see this happening. Yes, it may happen, and it could happen possibly due to a disaster which might happen with an exchange called Bitfinex. Bitfinex is a Bitcoin exchange which allows the trading of digital currencies. However, they are currently reporting that they have lost or stolen different accounts of funds, and for that reason they don't have all of their coins and assets backed in cold storage, unlike Bitstamp. Therefore, I would strongly recommend and stay away from both Bitfinex and HitBC, as those two exchanges, I do not feel comfortable in placing my funds on their exchanges. However, as for Bitstamp, they do hold 98% of their assets in cold storage, as is seen on their main website. Now, if I am to buy my first Bitcoin, you have two options in my opinion. You can either buy via Coinbase.com using my link to get a small discount. However, the fees do seem a little bit high for my liking. Therefore, I would definitely recommend registering on this Bitcoin exchange, setting up a personal account, doing the necessary details, and then attaching my debit or credit card or performing an international wire transfer in order to start buying my first Bitcoin. Now, as we can see, the fear and greed index for cryptocurrencies right now is at extreme greed. Now, if you recall what I have said in previous months, you would know that I do not recommend at all buying Bitcoin whenever this indicator is in the green area. I do, however, recommend buying Bitcoin when it is in the reddish area. And the more red you can get is the better indication of a good buying opportunity. Now, I am expecting a small pullback, and I expect it to come within the coming days. Next coming days, I do expect a pullback. Not sure when it will come, but I'm guessing within the next week we should see a small pullback. And as we can see, we have been in a ascending triangle or ascending wedge. It's an ascending wedge. And when we do break out of it on a closing basis means when the full candlestick closes below the trend line. I believe when that happens, that we will continue to find our next support, which will then be confirmed by a strong push back up. As we can see on the RSI, which is the Relative Strength Index, we are almost heading towards the oversold area. And if we see what happened before when we were at extreme highs in the RSI, we were at 89, pulled back, then came and tried to come back and then we pulled back and the price did hit around $6,200. Now, I am planning to buy Bitcoin. My first big purchase will probably be around the $8,500 area. If it continues to break and go lower, I will be adding positions until around $7,000. At that point, I will wait to see if lower prices are to come. However, I am strongly confident that they won't. A pullback to the $7,500 range would make sense since we found support around this area before the next move up. Now, we did actually go against what technical analysis does indicate, because technical analysis does indicate that when you see a head and shoulders pattern forming, which is when you have a head, a shot. I made a mistake. When you see a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder, then the expectation is that you pull back even further. However, due to this Facebook Libra new coin news, is the reason why I believe we just pushed through resistance and kept going up. Now, the volume has not been even half of where it was here, which indicates to me that a small number of people with large amounts of money have been pushing this price up. If I had to give an indication of where this would finish and start to pull back, I would say around the $10,000 area. Now, we may come back before then, I don't know, but I'm definitely seeing a pullback, and on that pullback, I would definitely start accumulating around the $8,500 range, and I will put enough that I am willing to sleep and not be worried about it. If that means putting $100 at that price, at the $8,500 range, then put $100 in. If $1,000 or even $10,000 is how much you want to put around this range, do that. Not financial advice. If the price comes back to this area, don't freak out. It's not the end of the world. I would definitely recommend, not financial advice, I would personally be going heavier at this range. But you may ask, what happens if we touch this area and then rebound back up? Well, so be it. You made some money and you made some profit. So personally, I'm going to be going pretty heavy in this range. I'll be going pretty heavy. But if it goes down to this range, I will still be comfortable, because I'm only willing to put as much as I'm willing to lose. Now, for cryptocurrencies, I go against that rule at some points. And because of that, I might put in slightly more than I'm willing to lose. Because what has been the return on investment for Bitcoin over the past 10 years? It has gone from, let's see, it's gone from about 0.008 cents to what it is now. For that reason, I would not panic if I put a lot of my spare portfolio or income or wealth around the $8,500 range. I'm personally going to be going heavy and possibly near to all in around this range, the $8,500 range. I repeat, I will be going definitely quite heavy towards or around the $8,500 range. Now, if it does go to the $7,500 range, I will be comfortable and I will even be adding to my positions. But that would not be much because I would have already done so at $8,500. So, you may ask, why am I not just going to wait until it hits this area? And I say that because what does it matter if Bitcoin reaches $100,000 this year? I'm not saying it will, but what happens if it does? Does it really matter if you buy $1,000 cheaper when you're selling Bitcoin in the next couple of years at $100,000+? Does it really matter? Are you that greedy? Remember, you need to control your greed. And for me, I'm more than comfortable putting bids even up to the high $8,000 area. From $8,900 to $8,500, I am more than happy and comfortable to be buying around that range. Now, not financial advice again, but I am definitely going to be considering and I will be adding positions around this area from about $8,500 to about $9K. I'll be adding positions. Now, as we can see, the FOMO, which is fear of missing out, is definitely prevalent. As we can see that we are edging towards new all-time highs for this year. And it is definitely possible that we have already reached new all-time highs for this year. But when the price increases from about $30, $40 within 10, 15 minutes on these large green candles with decent volume, this is what you call FOMO. This is when you sell. You sell on the green. You buy on the red. So if you were riding this one up, you would be selling on this wick because the FOMO was around this area. Then you wait, and when there is extreme selling, even though this was a wick of a candle, you buy around here. Not sell, you buy around here on the wick, or wherever the red candle seems to finish at with the most volatility. Then you end up riding this up, and you sell pretty much when you feel like FOMO is too much, basically. Other coins have also shown that they are following the trend of Bitcoin and pushing towards new yearly highs. Now, I do expect a small pullback or a decent pullback to that area again, and I repeat for the last time, around the $8,500 range. I will be adding positions quite extensively, and I will not be concerned if the price does pull back to this area, roughly 7.5. I will not be worried at all. If it does go to $8,500 and it rebounds, I'll be doing the same thing, taking profits at a higher price, which could be as high as $12,000 by even July. Selling then, waiting for a pullback, buying on the dip, and then riding it back up. So the Fear and Greed Index is currently, as I explained, too high. Extreme greed, which is when you want to be selling. This is the exchange where I could recommend to buy, not financial advice, but it is the most reliable in my opinion, and I would definitely be making an account, attaching my credit card details, or setting an international wire transfer as soon as this video comes out. Because you don't know when Bitcoin's going to pull back, and you don't know how long you have before you miss a chance to buy again. I'm not saying this is FOMO, but I'm saying that you don't know when your next chance to buy at these prices. Therefore, I'd make an account, set up all the details, and have the trigger ready to pull. Set up the gun, wait patiently, and pull the trigger when you can see that people are fearful. Around 8.5, I'm buying again. Now, according to the various exchanges, we can clearly see that there is definite FOMO, and I would definitely be selling around this area. As you can see with the coinmarketcap.com, Bitcoin is just going up, and the altcoins are not following because people most likely are selling their altcoins to buy Bitcoin, further pushing the price up. If you found this video somewhat useful, and if you feel like you had ease and you found it easy to set up your account on bitstamp.net, please leave a like, please subscribe, have a great day, and peace.